What's up, Cougar Nation? This is Ethan Erickson from BYU Football, and I'm joined here today with the Tyler Batty out of Payson, Utah. Tyler, I'm glad you're here.
Happy to be here, man.
Sweet, sweet. Tyler and I are boys, kind of. I mean, we hang out multiple hours a week.
Yes, a lot. We spend a lot of time together.
Probably spend more time with you than my fiance.
Yep.
Probably you with your wife.
Yep. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Well, what's your wife's name again?
Elena.
Elena. How long have you been married for?
Over a year now. Yeah, coming up on a year and a half. So.
Hey, congratulations, man.
I appreciate that.
I'm getting married in January.
It's coming up for you.
Yeah.
It's coming up for you.
I'm so excited. I get to join that little niche of guys. They're married on the team.
Not so little. That's
Uh,
pretty big. That's
the
a
half-
pretty big group,
the
honestly.
half team,
Half
yeah.
the team. Half the
They're
team.
probably the join
Switching
the-
sides, honestly.
Yeah, I was talking to Jaron today about stuff. He's like, "Yeah, when you get married," and told me this. I was like, "I'm so excited! I get to be part of you, be part of the boys, and get to have those stories." I'm excited for that. So let's talk about you, Tyler, because that's obviously why we're here today. So you play defensive end / linebacker last game a little bit.
Yeah, catch me all over the field.
Wherever you want to be, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put me.
So when did you start playing football?
Honestly, as far back as I can remember, like flag football, little kid, I was the first. Yeah, that was probably flag football, but in whatever first grade, second grade, whatever flag football started. So yeah, started way back then.
Yeah. So you were started as wide receiver, corner, or when you started?
Dude, I don't even know, honestly. Bag, that's just flag football days. So you just run around. I think one of my most impactful, pun on impactful, memories was running into another kid. It was supposed to be a reverse. I remembered it was yesterday. We're supposed to be running this reverse right, and the two of us couldn't pick a side on which way to go, and we just ran straight into each other. That was probably one of the most memorable moments of my flag football.
Of your flag football.
Yeah, started flag football, and then of course, Little League, high school. So I always loved football.
Were you always just a bigger guy? Did you hit a growth spurt or?
No, I was always big.
Yeah. Did you? So I grew up in Cedar Hills area where we had X-Men.
Yep.
Do you have that? You had that? You were always an X-Men.
Yeah, always an X. That was too heavy. Too heavy to carry the ball.
Just get that big duct tape extra on the back of your helmet.
Duct tape X. Yep, right on top.
And so you're the youngest of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody play football of your siblings ahead of you? Or?
Yeah, I had 2 brothers, right, that played Little League and then played some high school, but that was about it.
Yeah. So are you the first one to play college football in your family? Did your dad play?
No. Older aunts, uncles, dad, grandparents. Yeah, no one played any type of college sports.
Really?
So yeah, definitely a new world. Like when me and my family, the whole recruiting process, just a whole new world that we stepped into. That's probably pretty. I don't know about you. Is it similar?
Yeah, I mean, my recruiting process was a week. So it was from the day I got my first offer to the day I committed was 1 week. So I couldn't. What was yours like?
It was over the course of I don't know, a year or so.
Yeah.
It was. I was kind of back and forth between a couple schools, and so I didn't end up committing to BYU until later on, and then of course signed with BYU. But it wasn't quite that short. I wasn't necessarily a guy that was kind of holding out for an offer from BYU. I was just trying to find the right spot.
What other interests? What other schools had interest in you?
Just UCLA, Boise, kind of combination of the Pac-12, Mountain West, of course BYU, Utah, all the in-state schools. I was just trying to, Hawaii sounded pretty good at the time. In high school, I still haven't been to Hawaii. Okay, funny story. So, Ty Detmer and Elias Tuyaki were the ones recruiting me, and so I had a couple official visits set up, right? So I went back to Princeton, and then I had one set up at BYU, and then
Princeton.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Princeton and
Smart
Dartmouth. No, I barely scored high enough on the ACT so they could actually recruit me. I had taken an official at Princeton. That was so sweet. Had an official set up for BYU, and then I had another one for Hawaii and maybe another school, I can't remember, but it was a Hawaii one that bugged me. I've still never been to Hawaii because of E. So E tells me I sit down, and this is when I was, they recruit me pretty hard, and I was really like considering going to BYU, and I was kind of getting ready to commit, and Tuiaki was just like, well, if you want to come to BYU, you got to cancel that official to Hawaii. And I was like, wow, all right, I'll do it. So, canceled my official to Hawaii. Still haven't been to Hawaii yet, but
you've never been to Hawaii.
Never been to Hawaii.
What about were you not there for the Hawaii Bowl?
That was. So I was gray shirting. Yeah, so I didn't go to the Hawaii Bowl. So. Yeah, I've missed out, man. So
jeez.
I blame me, but no, it's all in good fun because glad I ended up here. I don't think Hawaii would have swayed me. I was really just trying to get a free trip to Hawaii, but
definitely,
it's all good.
So as a guy who lived in Hawaii for 4 or 5 years,
right?
I'll tell you what you're missing out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And what you're not missing out.
Okay, let's hear it.
So University of Hawaii is cool and all.
Yeah.
Stuff's outdated. So
right.
You're not missing it there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a beautiful campus.
Yeah.
Like, real beautiful. You got Waikiki right in there. Like, the city's beautiful. Yeah, but there's these chickens. Chickens everywhere.
Everywhere.
They squeal nonstop. And they're basically
like pigs.
Yeah, I literally thought 2 cats were fighting outside my house.
Okay.
But it was just 2 chickens.
2 chickens.
Yeah, and they kill each other. And it's just they're like the size of pigeons. Yeah. So don't worry about Hawaii. You're not missing out on too much. I mean you wake surf though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean usually like what 280 something.
Yeah. One of my sisters, she surfs a bunch, and so when she was out in Huntington, I was still in high school. I went out a couple times, tried to learn how to surf actual waves. Not the strongest swimmer. That is exhausting. I drank so much salt water.
Oh yeah.
But my actual surfing skills are very, very basic, but I can get up on a board. So she surfed a bit in Hawaii as well, but yeah. So maybe if I lived a little bit closer to the coast, I'd pick it up more. But do you know how to surf?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah,
I'd have work so I had half days in high school.
My
senior year, so I did school until noon, surfed until 3.
That's sick.
Work from 4 until 8, and then I just do that every single day because it was after basketball season.
Yeah.
So I was just getting information.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you go boating a lot with Austin Riggs. I feel like.
Yeah. We get out. Yeah, there's a couple people that always have a boat on the lake somewhere, and so and Preston Hadley, right? So he was our D-line coach. He's always out boating. So been out on boat with him and with the Riggs and a couple other people.
So side note, with Austin, you have that bomb shot.
Yeah.
What? So I see your Instagram posts. I hear about it every now. But what really is bomb shot?
It's lip balm.
Yeah.
Am I putting in a plug? Am I allowed to put in a plug?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Balm? All right.
Go for it.
So bomb shot. 1 second. Let me get out.
You got it on you.
Always loyal here. Look at that. Boom. Balm shot. So balm shot, they're actually super cool. And the lip balm itself is actually really good. But one thing that's really cool about them is they employ special needs people.
Okay.
To make their product. Which is really cool. So more than just a product, it's a mission and a product, kind of all wrapped into one. And so yeah, it's cool. It's cool stuff. So there's the shameless plug for Bomb Shot. Go get you some. No, it's cool stuff. But yeah, me and Austin, both right after NIL became possible, both signed a deal with them. Just NIL representing.
Does that have anything to do with your nonprofit for horse therapy? Because you're doing that as well.
Right. Yeah. So not directly. That was one thing, and honestly, so we had actually already started the nonprofit prior to signing with Balm Shot. It was just a really good fit, I think, for them and for us. Just where kind of our focus was, especially in kind of giving back to the community and just helping those with special needs, right? It's a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to work with. They're a lot of fun to hang out with, and so. But the Edwards Hands came through Well, me and my dad specifically, right? So my dad's a cowboy. ESPN got it wrong. They said he was a farmer. He's not a farmer. He's a cowboy.
Yeah.
He'll farm to keep his horses around. He's a cowboy. So he's done just kind of equine therapy. Really just invited like family friends who had special needs kids over for years, 20 plus years, right? And it wasn't until recently. So Coach Ed Lamb, his son Edward, came down and started riding with us, and we just saw the massive impact it had on Edward, and that was really the catalyst to say, all right, we need to get this to more people, right? Kind of extend our reach and make those services available free of charge to anyone who, right, has someone, you know, with Down syndrome or autistic kid, you know, and we've been able to, right? We've seen a good impact on a lot of other people since we've started it. But that's kind of the story behind Edward's Hands.
That's really cool.
So,
all right. Well, so thanks for watching part 1. Part 2, we'll talk a little bit more about football, a little bit more, not in depth, but just, you know, about football. So this part 1 was great to, you know, kind of get under that football level of Tyler Batty. So thanks for watching part 1. Stick around for part 2.